Spring, and I'm here today to show you a few things that you can do if you're at work having a busy day and you need to take a little stretch break. I call this my little 5-minute office yoga. All you really need to participate is essentially your workspace. I've chosen to sit down at a table and chair, which could mimic a desk environment, a counter with a chair environment, but you can adapt these to your environment, whatever that is. So the first thing that I think we need to do is just scoot our chairs back a bit so that you can get your feet firmly on the ground. Your chair and your table actually serve as really great props to do some really simple breathing and stretching exercises. We're going to start our practice with a simple spinal twist. This is a great way to relieve back tension if you've been doing a lot of computer work or just sitting at your desk or in a car for a long time. So what you want to do is sit looking straight ahead with a nice long back at the edge of your chair, and just make sure those feet are firmly grounded. And let's just start with one big breath in. And then as you exhale, let the shoulders soften to give yourself a little relaxation. And I'm going to begin by twisting to the right. So I'm going to inhale. And then as I exhale, I'm going to keep my spine nice and long as I twist to the right and use the side of my chair and the back of my chair as a tool. On my inhales, I'm focusing on lifting and lengthening. And as I exhale, I'm using my arms to guide a deeper twist to my level of comfort. And then a nice exhale brings you back to center. And then we'll twist to the other side. So again, we start with a big inhale. And then as you exhale, twist to the left, looking back, making sure that you're not straining or forcing, but that you're just gently guiding your body into a twist. Now sometimes I see people twist and hunch their shoulders like this. If you feel that at all, just use your exhale breath to let the shoulders go. And then an exhale brings you back into center. So the next thing that we're going to do is something that's called a modified cat and cow. In yoga, in a traditional practice, we would do this on our hands and our knees, but having a table or desk works just fine. So I'm just going to scoot my chair back a little bit more so I can free my spine and bring my hands to my desk. All I'm going to do is I'm going to inhale, press my chest, lift my sternum, and lift my chin just a little bit to open up the chest. And then as I exhale, I'm going to round my back going the opposite way, tucking the chin and looking down toward the floor. And then the inhale brings me up again, and I like to flow through this one 3 to 4 times. And then exhale, rounding. And it's really important that you move with your breath. That will help relax you. We'll just do this one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Come back into center, sit up nice and tall. So the next couple things I'm going to do are actually going to take us up out of the chair, but still using the chair. So I'm going to take my chair, scoot it in so I have space behind it now to do what's called a modified downward facing dog. I'm going to place my hands on the edges of the chair and just walk my feet back so I have a nice wide or a nice gap between the chair and my body, and just let my hips drop and let my chest release. Ideally, you want to just allow your head to drop down, allow your hips to pull back, and this is a nice way to release your chest, your upper back, and your hips. And take a few slow, deep breaths. And then to come up, bend your knees gently, push off your legs, and then walk your feet forward. And then one final thing using the chair, I'm going to transition the chair so I could do a hamstring stretch. Now believe it or not, sitting for long periods of time actually tightens up the backs of your legs, your hamstrings. So this is a really nice thing to do to kind of refresh your legs after a long day of sitting in a car or at your desk. I just want the chair to be facing me or me to be facing the chair, and I'm simply going to take one leg, bring it up to the chair with a flexed foot. If you have really tight hamstrings, you may need to have a slight bend in your knee, and that's fine. Hands come to the hips, and I'm going to exhale and guide myself to look straight on toward my toes. Then I'm going to inhale and bring my arms up, stretching tall. And then exhale, hinge at the hips until my hands can come down and comfortably support my leg, or I could even use the handles of my chair, depending on my flexibility. What I want to avoid is any kind of rounding of my back, which is just going to create more stress and more tension and make it difficult to breathe. So I'm going to keep my back straight, even if that means I don't go down as far. Few deep breaths here, letting those exhales release you even more towards your leg. This one feels really nice, especially if you do a lot of physical activity or if you sit a lot, either way. And then to come up, I just look forward, inhale, engage my core muscles, come on up and release. Then I want to switch legs, bringing my left leg up with the toes flexed. Square my chest and I'm looking right down the tip of my toes. Inhale, bring the arms up. It's a nice way to get a lengthwise stretch. And then use the exhale to come down, placing the hands on the chair or on your leg or on the seat of your chair, just depending on your level of comfort. And then being mindful of your shoulders and back so that you're not rounding your spine. And I'll just take one more quick breath here. And then I'll look forward and inhale, come on up, and bring my foot down. So the last thing I want to show you today to round out a routine just includes the wall. It's all you need. And this is a great way to open up your chest and shoulder muscles that do get really tight from a lot of typing, writing, or anything when we're sitting down for a long period of time. It's a really nice way to kind of invigorate this part of our body. I'm simply going to stand alongside a wall, take my right hand in this case, whatever's near to the wall, place it on the wall, and then walk it back behind me. Now I'm going to take that inner foot, I'm going to step forward just a few inches, and then I'm going to rotate away from my arm. I can use my free hand and just bring it to my hip or just allow it to relax. And then you'll want to take some nice deep breaths here as well to breathe into that upper chest and shoulder. And then if you'd like, you can even play with the position of the hand, bringing it up or down a little bit, and you'll feel the stretch in different ways. And then to come out of it, just look forward, release your hand from the wall, maybe give your shoulder a nice roll, and I'll just show briefly on the other side. So I'm just going to turn around, now you'll just see the back or the opposite side. Bring my left hand to the wall, take a little step forward, and then rotate away from my hand. Notice again how my spine is more or less straight. I'm not collapsing down, I'm not trying to strain my neck, I'm just keeping everything nice and long, taking deep breaths. And then to come out, look forward, bring your arm down, give your left shoulder a nice little roll, and then bring your hands together. Thank you for joining me for a little office yoga today. Namaste.